Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Those of us who are just joining me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is CJ Sohal, and I am the goal-getting expert for parents. So I help parents reach happiness, fulfillment, and leave a legacy as well. So I am a coach, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to use that little voice in your head to get the results that you want, to create some ideas, and really be productive and get more done. So before we start, anyone who has not been on this scope before or joined me on a Periscope before, if you could give us your name and where you're from, that would be really, really awesome. Who have we got today? We've got two of you here. So give us your name and where you're from. No? A little bit quiet, or just typing away still. Drop us a few hearts as well. And really I wanted to get some ideas out of yourself in terms of what you thought are the best ways and when you get your best ideas. Now, if you think about how some of the best ideas that you get come about, a lot of them come about when you're not necessarily focused on the thing that you need to get ideas about, or get the thing that you're concentrating on, or when you don't concentrate on it is actually when you get your best ideas. So I don't know about yourself, but here's a brief list of some of the things that I've found have helped me get loads of great ideas. Hi 2000 Heartily Soft, thank you for joining us. If you could drop us your name and where you're from, that would be really awesome. I don't know if I've seen you on one of my scopes before, but just to let you know, my name is CJ. I'm the goal-getting expert for parents, and just want to talk about really how to... Hiya, how you doing? Just want to talk to you today about how to get the best ideas out of yourself. So we all have this little voice in our head, and it's going off at us, usually telling us off for doing things or not doing things that we're supposed to have done, and actually using that voice to give you the ideas that you need so you can be really productive, get more stuff done in your life, get more stuff done in your business as well. So if you think back to the times when you've had your best ideas, they've probably come about at times when you're not really thinking about the actual thing that you need ideas about. Give you an example, I get some of my best ideas when I'm going out for a walk. And when I'm going out for a walk, I'm looking at what's around me, I'm looking at surroundings, and not really even thinking specifically about the issue at hand, or what problem I'm working on, but I'm just trying to enjoy having a walk, and suddenly an idea pops into my head. And some other people I've spoken to before, they've said that they get their best ideas when they're in the shower or in the bath, or when they're going out running, for example, they get good ideas. So I want you to think about and brainstorm really loads of different things that you do and you can do, which will help you get the ideas that you need to progress in whatever that you're trying to achieve, really. Another practical example is to actually use mind mapping to generate ideas for yourself. So this is a technique that I use as well, especially if I need to get a lot done or a lot written, then I need a lot of ideas and need them quickly. I'll start mind mapping. So jotting a keyword down on a piece of paper and literally drawing branches off that keyword to basically get more and more ideas linked to that keyword. You can have subtopics coming off of your main idea, and you can have little branches coming off your subtopic to get even more ideas linked to that subtopic. Another idea to use is to get ideas from your little voice in your sleep. Now, when you're thinking to yourself, a few moments before going to bed, you want to think about the issue at hand, but you don't want to think about it in a negative way, like, oh, I can't get over this, or I can't think of the next marketing thing that I need to do, and don't focus on the problem and focus on the solution in your mind's eye. So think to yourself and say to yourself, using the voice in your head, when I wake up this morning, let's have some great ideas. when I wake up this morning, let's have the perfect title for my blog. When I wake up, let's have the perfect, ideas for articles that I want to write, or scopes that I want to do. So use that specifically, and what you'll find is that when you wake up, those ideas will just come pouring out to you, and you're commanding your subconscious mind to give you those ideas. And using mind mapping and using, guiding your subconscious by planting those ideas before you go to bed, you'll often find that you'll come up with far more ideas and better ideas that are aligned to you, aligned to your purpose, and those will be ideas that actually work. So if you have other ideas, please feel free to tweet me at CJSoHow, and I'd really love to hear your thoughts on how you get your ideas and how the best ideas come flowing for you. Remember, the best times are usually when you're not focused on the actual problem at hand. I've never actually met someone who said, oh, I get all my best ideas or the solution to my problem when I'm actually thinking about the problem. They usually get the best ideas when they're not thinking about the problem and it's the first thing on their mind. Now, here's another handy tip. Basically, have a small notepad with you at all times, and something that fits in your pocket and something you can carry around with a little pen or a pencil, so that when you do have great ideas and you're not focused on a thing, like for example, you could be driving, and the perfect idea or the answer pops into your head for your problem. What you don't want to do is then lose that, $1 million idea and totally forget it by the time you finish driving. So you want to, park up safely, obviously, and then write down your ideas into your little notepad. Now, I carry around a little notepad with me all times, which I think I've got on me right now. And, I actually want to give a shout out to one of the other scopers called Kevin Arrow. If you're not following at Kevin Arrow, please go do follow him as well, because he's a part of a company called Sarko Media, and him and his wife Sarah share the best tips on social media marketing, but also business advice as well. And some of the advice that he's given this morning, including giving up value up front to your customers, and actually not being pushy in terms of wanting to sell from your customers, I got from him and I noted down in my super duper notepad. So thank you for the hearts. Keep them coming. Loads of hearts. We like hearts. And if anyone has brown hearts that match my turban, then you get special brownie points. You also get brownie points for being Sunsy and having blue hearts as well, because you're Sunsy. Another scope I was watching earlier this afternoon by a guy called Amrit Singh. So if you've not followed him, follow Mr. A Singh on Periscope. Truly inspirational guy. And somebody else mentioned a comment on his scope, and they said, be so good that other people can't ignore you. And I found that so inspirational. I actually wrote that on the cover of my little notepad. I know it shows probably as a mirror image there, but basically I found that inspirational. I have my notepad with me, and I wrote it down. So always carry a notepad with you so you can write down your best ideas as and when they come along, and make sure you follow through and take action on them when they do come through. I hope you've enjoyed this scope, and please do share it with your followers and share it on Twitter, just like Sanzi's done, if you find this advice valuable. And just as a recap, the best ideas you're going to have are going to come to you usually when you're not thinking about the issue at hand, when you're doing other things. So use that little voice in your head to first of all command it before you go to bed, to say, give me the answer to the problem that I'm looking for, and make sure you focus on doing this in positive terms. Kevin, thank you for joining. I've just been talking about you. Nothing good, obviously. I'm joking. I was talking about the tips you were given on your scope and how everyone here really should be following you to get the best business advice going. And just as a recap to what I said earlier, make sure you carry around your super duper notepad with you, that when you do have the ideas that pop up into your head, when you're not focusing on the idea, when you're not at your desk, so you have somewhere to write things down, because there's nothing worse than having a great idea pop into your mind and then you've forgotten about it, or by the time you think you're going to get home and you'll remember and you write it down, it's just gone right out your head. So please do take these tips on board, and I hope that they do serve you. If you enjoyed what you see, make sure you come and join me tomorrow for another fantastic scope. I'm going to go off and head home and join my wife because it's our anniversary today. And as Kevin suggested, I'm going to go buy her an iron and ironing board, or probably not if I want to stay married. Thank you very much and hope you have a lovely day. This is CJ Sohail signing out.